Biz talk. Mapping out the future. Sentence focus. Function. Sentence pattern and sample sentence.
Opening and introducing.
Let me begin by. I'll start off with. My talk is concerned with. Let me begin by stating we want CTS to be the best.
Giving an overview and outlining.
There are a number of points I'd like to make. First, second, third, to start with, then, after that, to finish up. First, we have plans to restructure our nationwide holdings. Second, we have decided to acquire more local properties.
Starting a new section.
Turning to. Let's move on. Next, I'd like to discuss. Let's move on to that topic now, shall we?
Explaining and giving examples.
As you can see, from, in, on, I'd like to point out a good example of this is, to illustrate this point, as you can see from Graph A, we've shed 12% of our properties in other regions.
Inviting questions.
Let me ask if anyone has a comment. I'd like to cover a little later. I'd like to cover that in depth a little later, if I may.
Summarizing and concluding.
I'd like to recap. Let's summarize. Let me remind you. I'd like to recap the main points. Scene 1.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. When I came on board as VP of Business Development here at CTS Property Management, I had one simple goal. In 5 years, this firm would manage 10,000 residential units and 1 million square feet of commercial space. However, let me begin by stating that we don't simply want CTS to be the biggest property management company. We want it to be the best. For that to happen, we must have goals that will make 2009 our best year so far. Let's take a look at CTS's long-range goals. First, we have plans to restructure our nationwide holdings, something that will lead us to even greater operational efficiency. Second, we have decided to acquire more local properties, a move that will make us the biggest player in a growing market. As you all know, restructuring has played a key role this past year at CTS. As you can see from Graph A, in just 3 months we've shed 12% of our properties in other regions. Where does that lead us? It leads us to greater efficiency in operations, but we still have a way to go. We're going to slash inefficiency by another 10% by the end of March 2009.
Scene 2.
Turning to our goals of expansion of local properties, I'd like to point out some key figures that should grab your attention. We now manage over 8,700 residential units and 250,000 square feet of commercial space. This consists of 4 office buildings, the Sandy Beach Pavilion, and 10 multifamily complexes, 3 of which have been added in the past 4 months. That's up 20% from last year, and we've set an aggressive goal to double that figure by the end of 2009. We have unequaled opportunities for growth in the historic area as well, a topic we'll look at in greater detail in a moment. But first, let me ask if anyone has a comment thus far. Just speak right up.
Yes, Linda. What is your opinion of the regional building slump we've been experiencing for the past 4 months?
An excellent question, Jack. I'd like to cover that in depth a little later, if I may. We should lead up to it by discussing what's happening in surrounding regions first. So, let's move on to that topic now, shall we?